Courtney looked at the list in her hands. Grace had the camera on what passed as her lap, and Tiffany held the $20. Melody looked over Courtney's shoulder at the list. First item is a picture of all of us with Santa Claus. This is ridiculous, Melody said. Yeah, we might as well get started. There was going to be a Santa at the Cineplex, said Courtney. We might as well start there. It says here we need a used movie ticket stub too. 2 birds with 1 stone, she finished. The group began to head toward the theater, with Melody pushing Grace's wheelchair. Courtney was surprised at how few little people looked at them funny. No one seemed to care what they were wearing. Strangely, she didn't seem to care what she was wearing either. No, Courtney scolded herself mentally. You can't get used to this, it's horrible. Courtney looked around, and saw that the other girls weren't following them. They must have different lists. Courtney breathed a sigh of relief at sighting the familiar Marquis of the Cineplex. She unconsciously pulled at her shorts, trying to pull them down farther to make the diapers she was wearing less evident. This only made them stick out of the top more. Her shirt didn't reach down far enough to cover her midriff. The 4 walked inside, and got in line to buy tickets. What movie should we see? Asked Tiffany. Do we actually have time to watch a whole film? Asked Courtney. She looked down at her watch. It's only noon, said Grace. We should have time, but I'd rather get this over and get out of all these diapers. This is really uncomfortable. You guys have no idea how many diapers I'm wearing. The girls nodded. The stub has to be used though, said Melody. She too was unconsciously playing with the skirt she was wearing, trying to cover up her diapers. And the only way it's used is if we stay to watch the show. Okay, said Courtney. I guess we'll watch a movie. Courtney approached the snickering ticket clerk, and bought 4 tickets to see The Exorcist, the only movie that was showing at 12. They walked around into the central hub of the theater, seeing the Santa Claus sitting in the middle of the floor. Don't we have to get our pictures? Asked Tiffany. Yeah, said Courtney. Let's get it over with. The girls walked over to the display, and briefly talked to the people in charge. They were all too embarrassed to say much, but managed to get a photograph with the 4 of them and Santa. Courtney looked at the developing Polaroid in her hand as they stood in line for snacks. Great picture, she mumbled. Melody had sat on Santa's lap, her skirt hiked up fully exposing the Barbie print diapers she was wearing. Courtney and Tiffany had tried to cover their diapers with the hands, but only succeeded in looking stupid. Grace couldn't hide anything. Her diapers weren't even covered by anything at all. She was just in diapers and a shirt in the chair. Should we even be getting anything to eat? Asked Tiffany. We only have so much money, and we'll have to use the bathroom if we eat. And you know what that means, she said. Courtney frowned. She hadn't thought of that. But she was really hungry. They hadn't had any real food in a long time. While that may be true, I'm really hungry, she said. And besides, there isn't anything keeping us in diapers, is there? Tiffany's face dawned in recognition. You're right. She almost squealed. We can take these off anytime we like, said Melody. You're right. Easy for you to say, Grace frowned. The girls each ordered popcorn and a soda, and moved to enter the theater. They sat down in front, all by themselves. It was too early for any other patrons to find their way into the theater. After a time, the lights went down, and the movie began to start. You ever seen this? Asked Melody. It's supposed to be pretty creepy. It's even got new scenes in it. The other girls all nodded their heads no. I guess it's new to all of us then, said Courtney. She sipped on her drink, and popping another piece of popcorn in her mouth. She focused her attention on the screen, as the opening title rolled by on the screen. This should be fun, she thought. Courtney opened the door to the bathroom, and walked inside. There were 2 girls standing at the sink, talking while they were touching up makeup on their faces. One of them noticed her come in, and saw her in the mirror. She turned around, and immediately began laughing uncontrollably. It was Elizabeth, the girl she sat next to in chemistry. Oh my God! Elizabeth shrieked. That's hilarious. You already looked like you're well equipped to use the bathroom anywhere you want. I don't think you need to be in here,